Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan Zigman and I'm here to answer your questions about being a certified public accountant, also known as a CPA. I'm currently a content author at UWorld working on our online preparation for the CPA exam. Prior to coming to UWorld, I worked for 5 years as a public accountant in the tax practice at a Big Four accounting firm in Washington, D.C. I also spent 2 years working internally for a publicly traded software company within their accounting department. You all sent in so many great questions about what it takes to work in this field, and I'm excited to answer some of those questions for you. So let's get started. All right, so our first question is, what exactly is a CPA? So a CPA is a certified public accountant, and while there are many different types of CPAs, essentially what our job is to be the gatekeepers of the financial information of a company or organization. So we collect data, we analyze records, we prepare financial statements. We have a lot of different tasks and responsibilities, but basically it's our job to make sure that companies and organizations are being compliant with the financial accounting rules and tax compliance as well, making sure that we are all up to date and in compliant with all the tax rules that are out there. Next question, what made you want to become a CPA? So I actually took an accounting course while I was still in high school as an elective, and for me it just clicked right away. It was logical, it was methodical, it involved numbers, which I liked. And like all subjects in school, some of them just click and some of them just don't. And with accounting, for me, it just really clicked. And then I knew when I got to college that I wanted to take more courses and discover more about this field and this industry. And really the more courses that I took, the more that I found myself enjoying it. And I just kind of decided I have a knack for it. And the good thing about accounting is it's one of those subjects that you take and you'll find out really quickly if you like it or you hate it. And so, for me, I was in the former category and it was just really good to get that experience earlier on. Next question. Is your job mainly computer-based or mostly on paper? So in today's day and age, being an accountant is entirely computer-based. So in addition to programs like Microsoft, Excel, or Access or Word, which we use all the time, there are so many different types of accounting software out there. I'm not going to get into the details of what they are and all their different functions and purposes, but being kind of savvy with technology is really important if you're becoming a CPA. And you have to be flexible, right? Think of it like learning a new board game. It can be really frustrating at first when you don't understand all the rules or how it works or how you're supposed to win. But eventually, the more you practice and the more you're involved in the different types of software, the more you kind of get the hang of it and the easier it becomes over time. So yes, being a CPA in today's day and age requires a lot of time at the computer and a lot of proficiency with a lot of technological skills. Our next question is, how long did you have to attend college to become a CPA? So to become a CPA, you generally do have to get a 4-year undergraduate degree, generally in accounting. Although I will say that CPA, while it's a national designation, the actual requirements are based on a state-by-state basis. So it can depend on the state that you're living and working and practicing in. But the general path is 150 college credit hours. So what that comes down to is about a 4-year undergraduate accounting degree. And then a lot of CPAs will do an additional 30 hours and get a master's in accounting. So that is what I did. I got my bachelor's of science in accounting, which took 4 years. And then I got my master's of science in accounting, which took an additional 1 year. Our next question is, what do you love about your career? So what I love about being a CPA is all of the opportunities that come with it. It is a very mobile designation. Every organization that you think of probably has CPAs or uses CPAs or needs CPAs. So you can really use the designation to find out what niche is best for you. Do you want to work for a large publicly traded company? Do you want to work for an accounting firm? Do you want to work for, the government or a university? Whatever the organization is, they all need CPAs. And that's the one thing that's really great about the profession is you can do a lot of different things with it. You can see a lot of different types of organizations and you can use it all over the country. You can go to big cities or small towns, whatever you really need. And I love that mobility and that flexibility and all the opportunities that come with having the CPA designation. Our next question is, with constantly changing tax laws and regulations, what strategies do you use to stay up to date and ensure compliance? So this is a good one, and this is very timely because there's a lot of tax laws that are changing right now. But basically, we're all busy. we all have a lot of things on our plate and many things to do during the day. So what I find to be really helpful is putting on a podcast about accounting, and I have a few that I listen to, and they're short, right? So you can listen to them just when you have, 20 minutes while you're washing the dishes or 30 minutes on your way to work or school. And for me, sort of that bite size information is really helpful, and it really works with me and my schedule. Now, also on social media, there are tons of accounting influencers and people who provide information on LinkedIn or X or TikTok. But some of them are better than others, so it's always important to refer to a good old-fashioned news source like the Wall Street Journal once in a while. But the question is a really good one because you absolutely have to stay up to date, because even from the time that I began my career to now, so much of the tax landscape and the financial accounting rules have changed. So if you don't find yourself staying up on it with whatever sources work best for you, you're going to find yourself pretty irrelevant and out of a job quickly. So it's a pretty dynamic profession, and it is pretty important to stay up to date on all the news and changing rules and legislation. Well, that's all the time we have for questions in this video, but please check out some of our other videos for more information about becoming a CPA. Thanks so much for watching.